Hello, everyone, and happy holidays. It's CB from Team Summit, and I just want to wish you the best holiday season that you could possibly have this year. Some reminders coming up right now. Well, the first one is, yay, we have fresh snow out there. Lots of terrain is coming open, and the skiing and riding is getting better every day, almost literally, actually literally every day. So that's going great. Keep in mind though, as we continue to work our way into the season here, that a lot of snow accumulation was missed in November. So essentially we're still playing catch up and really far behind with almost no snow coming in November this year. And so the resorts are doing all they can. They want more terrain open as much as you do. And they're working hard to do it. And then also within that is not only is there not a lot of terrain open, it is the holidays, and lots of people are coming to celebrate with us here in Colorado. Why wouldn't you? We live in one of the most beautiful places on the planet, and not everybody has that opportunity. So continue just to have lots of patience, set your expectations appropriately when you're out there on the mountain, and it's the same goes for training and competition. So with the lower snowfalls and drought that we're in Colorado, I think continuing to be flexible and having a mind of flexibility about training locations, competitions, competition locations, all of that. Everybody's struggling, and not every resort's going to be ready to host a scheduled competition or a scheduled training, and so there's going to be adjustments. So be prepared even well into January that it's going to take some flexibility to get through this season. With the drought, one year it's COVID, the next year it's drought. I don't know. Next year it will be something else, but we're an outdoor sport, very weather dependent, and so we got to be able to roll with the punches out here. Great book for you to read called Grit by Angela Duckworth. There's also some videos out there on YouTube about it, but Grit's what it takes to get through these changes and this flexibility, and Grit is also what it takes to be successful in sports. And so it really helps build a stronger athlete by having to roll with the punches a lot. But yes, I know it's frustrating. It's frustrating for the staff as much as it is for you guys, when we're constantly having to make changes and move equipment around and reschedule lodging and training slopes and all of that. It's a daily chore, but we're getting through it. Hopefully you guys can bear with us, work with us, and we'll get through it as well. Part of that the competition season conversation is just to remind you, we're going to be starting our competition season in January at Team Summit. We've got tons of events on the schedule, and you can find those at teamsummit.org/volunteer, or just go to members and click through the links and get to the volunteer page. But I want to remind you, I brought this up quite a bit at the last newsletter, but you volunteering at an event keeps us from hiring somebody to do that, and that all cycles back around to you and us being able to keep our tuition as low as possible and keeping the sport as accessible to as many people as we possibly can. So please look at the event calendar. It doesn't even have to be an event your kids participating in necessarily for you to volunteer. Just if your kid's training at Keystone and they're in snowboard and there's a race at Keystone, you can volunteer for that race. Drop your kid off for training, go out and do your volunteer work, pick your kid up for training. We can teach you pretty much everything you need to know in a very short amount of time to help us out. And again, by helping us out, you're helping yourself out by keeping the tuition down and the sport more accessible. Speaking of accessibility, really pumped. Our enrollment is up 20% year over year from last year, this year. totally unexpected. We thought after COVID that people would go back to other things and we would have a decline in enrollment. Turns out just the opposite happened. So I want you to think about giving your coaches, particularly head coaches and program directors, your thanks for being out there. It takes a lot to hire the number of coaches we have. I think we're about 128 coaches this season. That's a lot of people to get them, to find them, get them hired, get them trained, and have them ready to go out there and give great programming to your kids. It is a big effort. We work hard on that all through the summer and the fall, and we're in a really good position and really excited about that. But until those people thank you, coaches, who are coaching, and not a head coach or director, they're giving their time for your kids. And when you tell them thank you, it means a lot to them. You can't imagine how much it lifts your heart when a parent comes up to you and says thank you for being out there with my kids. And so that give those guys a thanks. Also, if you see Lily in the office in particular, Lily has to coordinate more than anybody reasonably should. She does it in a reasonable amount of time and has a smile on her face, answers the phone happy every day. It's really diligent about getting responses out to you guys. And so if you see Lily around, give her a high five, tell her thank you. She's doing an amazing job here and is probably the most critical piece of holding everything together that we do here at Copper Mountain. So anyway, thank you, Lily, if you're watching this, and the rest of you, make sure you let her know. Also want to just say thanks for those of you guys who participated in the skee ball this year. We had a great skee ball. Numbers look good. Really, really important event for us. You'll find in the newsletter a link to watch the presentations from the skee ball. So we weeded out all the auctioneer talking and fluff and all that. You can just see those pieces that really talk about Team Summit and who we are and what we're in the business of doing. I think they're very meaningful. And I hope you'll take a chance to click on that link and watch those. It takes about 15 or 20 minutes. But it tells you a lot about who we are. Other than that, just again, happy holidays. Look forward to seeing you out there in the slopes, and just a reminder that I love this sport.